Shut up! Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. My name is Josh, and you are here for something brand new today. I went down a little bit of a dark tunnel yesterday. I've been doing some research on Acacia Kersey, and if you don't know anything about the Acacia Kersey story, it's Acacia crazy. Okay, there's a lot going on. I've been talking with Acacia, but I'm like back and forth. People think she's trying to manipulate me, and she's trying to tell me her side of the story, and I want to hear her side of the story. But as far, the more I go down the Acacia Kersey story, the crazier it gets, and so it's gonna be crazy. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But not only is Acacia Kersey kind of on the radar, but then someone else popped into the radar. I've never heard of this person because I don't watch The Bachelor, or whatever it's called. And this person comes up, and then you see one thing, and then you see another thing, and then someone messages you another thing, and you're like, what? No. You know that thing when you get something like, when the whole Micah thing went down, everybody's like, no one could do that to somebody. This lady is knuckin' futz, okay? There's something wrong. She was one of the most famous bachelorettes on Bachelor. Her name is Bekah Martinez, Bekah M. And the things that have just come to light about her are just crazy. And she's not a mommy vlogger per se. I mean, not yet, but she definitely is a mom influencer, and she has a very popular podcast. She has over 700,000 subscribers on Instagram. It's nuts. We're going to get into a little bit about what's going on with her racist past and some things that are going on. You're going to see her come into the light pretty soon anyway. And so I'm just want to talk about it because she is a mommy influencer, and it's what I do here. Don't be dumb, or I'm going to do videos about you. Anyway, before we do that, we're going to dance, go throw a dart, and do some things. This one's for the you Patreons. Yeah! Boom! I don't know why that's down here. All right, we got here Laura Brake. Is that the Laura Brake I think it is? Is that Laura Brake? Is that you, Laura Brake? All right. Oh, a sticker. Is that Laura Brake? All right. This is for the YouTubers.
Yeah, baby.
All right. Nicole Cootemeyer. Cootemeyer? Oh, it's just a sticker. Let's go! I've had these boxes sitting here forever, so before I get started today, it's not gonna be a super long video anyway, so it's good to open some shit. So Ames sends me a big box of shit. Like, no kidding, okay? And I think some other people sent me some stuff, so we gotta go through this. Here's the Dad Challenge podcast hoodies that we make, that Ames makes. So I bought her a heat press, and I sent her the things to make it, and so they're so soft. So make sure you order from our store at oakav.shop or store, I forget what it is. Because if you get them from there, you also get a sticker, a keychain, and a bracelet and stuff. So, and you save money, they're cheaper. And Ames Hands makes them, so they're good. Got Tootsie Rolls, hell yeah. What is this? Dun da da da! Coming this week, I'm going to freaking product test Love Meg's Vag Spray. I'm so excited. We got some, what is this? This is from Amber. What is it? Amber, my favorite grandma. What is this? What is this? Oh, is this a bikini for a creepy mugget baby? Oh, that's nice. Little thing. Okay, so that's for creepy makeup baby. I'll get right on that. I think creepy makeup baby's definitely gonna make an appearance today. Is this underwear? Okay, that's nice. All right, that's a good one. I don't know what these are. Guava wafers. Guava wafers. Not wafers. That's stupid. What is this? Guava paste. What is this? You guys always send me weird shit I'm not gonna eat. There's no way I'm eating it. Probably gross. What's this one? It's a letter for Josh. Okay. Is there money in it? Better not be sparkles all up in this. Okay. Please place this protective paper over the front of the card before mailing. Okay. Because it's full of sparkles. Forever friends. Oh, it's the ring. Am I being proposed to here? Holy. Amber. Thank you for much to all you do. Thank you for me. Okay, we'll read that a little later. Gets a little bit spicy. Just kidding. Amber's not like that. But she sent me a ring and I like it. Ooh, it's like, look how badass that is. Holy, I gotta focus that. Hold on. Look at this. Ooh, look how nice that is. Straight from the dollar store. If this is real, I'll be very excited. It fits me. How do you know it's gonna fit me? Ooh, it's badass. It's a little bit big. I've lost about 10 pounds in the past couple weeks, though, but I like it. That's forever. We're now married, Amber. Tough beans. You have to deal with this for the rest of your life. All right. What else we got in here? Ooh, I love these. Tootsie Chews. I love Tootsie Chews. Oh, I love Tootsie Chews. Pretty sure some of the kids ate this shit, too. All right, we got Goobers, which, is this raisins? Okay, peanuts. Thank God. Yes, win. These are both wins. If I'm missing something, I'm pretty sure this was open and the kids ate half the shit that was in here, just so you guys are aware. This one also is from Amber. Amber, you're amazing. You're amazing. What is it? Is this a maxi pad? Okay. Ooh, is this for me? I'll wear it. Oh, yeah. Boom. Ooh, nice. I don't know what it is, but I'll wear it. And this is what is this? Oh, Amber's from Hawaii, so pretty sure this is a skirt. Blanket? Is this a skirt? Oh. Like it. I'll wear that tonight. If you know what I'm saying. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to get to some more. I'll open some of this later. I don't know what all this stuff is. Coffee and shit. I don't know. Okay, that's that one. I got to open another box quick. All right, what is it? This is a set. Is this a vag candle? Because I'll be very happy. Ugh. Oh, my gosh. Aloha pineapple. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, dude. This actually smells like sex. Just kidding. I don't know what that smells like. Yes, I do. Okay, so there's two of them. I guess the other one is the same. 2 Aloha pineapple. I'm putting that beside my bed because that's going to smell. I like that. I'm not going to lie. I like the smell. It's nice. Getting to it. I promise. Roulette Comets in Liverpool, Ohio. I'm scared to open something from Ohio. It's a cupcake. Oh, look at that! $20 American. That's like 40 Canadian. Oh my gosh. I'm a 64-year-old married woman who adores you. Have a coffee and a sweet treat on me. Thank you so much, Retta. Rouletta? Is it Rouletta? Rouletta. I like that name. It's kind of nice. Okay. Sorry, let's get to this freaking video. So let's get into this. Okay, for one, I have never, ever seen The Bachelorette. Or Bachelor. Or whatever it is. I've never seen any of them. So this girl, Bekah M. And let's go for really quick through her Instagram. I don't know her until I went to her Instagram. Okay, so I found out someone had tweeted at me. There's some people on Twitter that are like going after Acacia, trying to get her held accountable and stuff like that. They're messaging me, and then they said, "You need to check out this girl Bekah." Bekah has a story. Well, first I'm like, well, what does she do? Well, today or yesterday, Bekah had left her kids in a hot car by accident. I guess her excuse was she was putting them in the car and closed the door so they wouldn't fall out, but her keys and her phone were in the car. I imagine they live somewhere hot, and it was hot as balls because it's hot as balls here in Canada. It was like 40 degrees here today. I was sweating balls. Okay, the swass was happening so much that I would like, there's the ass drip of swass that falls down into your butt crack, kind of feels nice. That was happening, and I was indoors, okay? So she locks her kids in the car, and by accident, right? And then then people were calling out for being a bad mom. Right. So basically she says this, she writes this. I'll read it to you guys here. It says, basically, long story short, I took the kids by myself to the beach, just wanted to get them out of the house and into the sun and salt water. As we were loading up the car to go, both kids were playing in the front seat, and I shut the car door to keep them from falling out while I put stuff in the trunk. Cool. I didn't realize the doors were locked. My keys and phone were in the front and seat, and the car was blazing hot already. So she comes from the beach, probably stayed at the beach for a couple hours. The car is going to be hot. You ever like put your skin on a hot seat and you're like, it sizzles, right? It sizzles. That's how hot it is already. So it's not like they were in there and it was hot. So she closes the door. It's already probably 150 degrees in the car. Okay. Which is super dangerous for anybody. Okay. So Ruth couldn't figure out how to unlock the doors, which is her child, I imagine. Luckily, some bystanders let me borrow their phone to call 911. Well, yeah. Who's going to say, no, you're not using my phone. Okay. We were getting super nervous because the kids were pouring sweat. And Frank was visibly shaking. This is her other kid. A kid is visibly shaking in a hot car. These kids, do you know, it could take minutes for a kid to die in a hot car, just so everybody's aware. If you leave your kid in a car and I see that kid in a car, or a dog in a car on a hot day, I will break your shit. I will break your window. I don't care. Charge me. Whatever. If I see a dog hot in a car, and you know what's happening, it's dogs, you can visibly see it. I will break your shit. I will break your window and I will release your dog and then I will steal it. You don't deserve that dog. You don't deserve kids if you're going to leave them in a car. I get this is an accident, so let's not overlook that it's an accident. But the first thing I'm going to do, okay, if it's like 2 minutes, okay, I'm like 2 minutes, I don't see a solution here, I'm breaking shit. I'm breaking the window, okay? It's a window. What's it going to cost? $500 max? A windshield's like 800. So a window, grab a rock, break the shit. She writes, so we're getting super nervous because they were pouring sweat and Frank was visibly shaking. I mean, right there, I'd be like, ooh. And is her kid's name Frank? It's weird. A man was just about to help me break open the back window when the fire department got there and helped pry the door open. It was really scary. Luckily, we were fine. I'm still shaken up. It's been a pretty bad day aside from Gray's LARPing. I don't know what that means. So she's shaken up. I guess I know it's an accident, but at the same time, everybody, something tells me that like, that was the initial thing. And I'm like, it's not so bad. You know, I know parents can make mistakes. That's a mistake. Mistakes happen, right? It got solved. Kids didn't die. All good. So then someone sent me this one. She's on this rant right now. I want to address this right now. People this afternoon are bringing some questionable old posts of mine to light. So I want to attempt to address anything I can publicly. So she writes this thing, Bekah, Trap Queen, plus Sacagawea. So it's Trapagawea. So it's racist because it's racist. It is to Native people for sure. Okay. Trapagawea is not cool. You can't say that shit. I don't care how young you were. Everybody's saying that. Look, I know that people can change. And is it that racist? I don't think so. I mean, but in this day and age, it's enough to get you canceled. Because you know who she is? She's from The Bachelor. And so this keeps coming up, all these people with problematic past who go on to these reality television shows. They all have these problematic past. Why is it that they're all racist? Why? Why do these TV shows really not vet anybody before they bring them on ever? Do they not look at their social media, anything? So she's on 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago. And she was pretty popular apparently. I've never seen it. And I downloaded some clips. I don't know what it's about. I'm pretty sure it's a guy, 25 girls come in and he gets to choose who he marries or some shit. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life anyway, because that's straight up bullshit. Just everybody's trying to get famous on TV. It's bullshit. Okay. Anyway, in the past, and unfortunately, and ignorantly thought these kinds of captions were funny or witty. They're not. It's a weird mix of appropriation and stereotyping, and it's not cool. I'm really sorry I ever posted this kind of stuff, and I'm sorry I didn't notice in order to delete sooner. You're sorry you got caught, basically. And then there's this another one going on when she's connected. This is how she's connected to Acacia Kersey, right? So they have this mommy group, and Acacia Kersey's Rosie cannot get COVID. Okay, this kid is, as far as I know, this kid has medical issues that if she gets exposed to COVID, it's not going to be good for her, right? So apparently she went there and said she was feeling sick after she got home. Hey, guess what? I texted my mom friends letting them know my kids had runny noses, and everyone agreed that we're okay with it since we could be outside and we would be careful about hand washing. It's a common cold. Our nanny has a lesion on her lung. The two are not related. Everyone's fine and also consented to being around us. Rosie wasn't even home, so Rosie wasn't there, but people got mad at her for bringing her, being sick and going, but she said she texted all the moms and the moms were cool with her being there. I wouldn't be cool with her being there. Anyway, I know I'm going through the whole rigmarole, but this is what was fed to me today. So they're not such a big deal either, right? Apparently, there's a text thread where she's standing up for Acacia Kersey. I don't know. I haven't seen that yet, so we're going to probably get into that in another video. But now she's on people's radars because she's coming to the defense of someone who's likely indefensible, right? Okay. So let's go back to her stories. So she's super upset that she got caught being racist. So she's going to donate some of my 10% this month. I don't know what that means, some of your 10%. To Natives Women's Wilderness. It's a really cool organization that provides outdoor-related opportunity and access to Native women. I always appreciate the accountability and opportunity to share my journey growth. You just got caught. Thanks for donating a percentage of your percentage. Thanks. Thanks so much for all the kind messages about the car situation. I'm glad we're all good. It's a mistake. I'm not going to throw too much shade about that. But again, I'd be breaking that window ASAP. I wouldn't be waiting for a fire truck. I'm like, done. I'll pay for the window later. She's rich. Or maybe. I'm going to get off Graham for tonight and take my Sunday off tomorrow. To be honest, it's been a weird day. And this afternoon, I've also pissed off a very strange, obsessive corner of the internet. But that's a whole other story. I think I need to catch my breath. And then she didn't get off. She's in bed and she does this.
Okay, I've been up literally all night, and so I just have to get this off my chest, and then I'm getting off Instagram for the day. I've really been thinking a lot about this.
Are you sitting next to a industrial strength air conditioner or something?
To have never been problematic, to have never said or done anything problematic, well, one, that's probably a lie, but two, that's a privilege, whether you realize that or not.
Okay.
To have grown up in a community that's always taught you what's right, what's progressive, that is a huge privilege. I was raised pretty much homeschooled or in a Christian conservative private school.
Okay, so she's basically saying if you're raised with parents who are more liberal, who teach you not to be racist, that's privilege. I know lots of Christians who are raised as even homeschool kids and raised in Christian homes and went to Christian school. I don't know anybody who's racist. I mean, I grew up in the church, sort of. I'm not racist. I mean, I'm literally, I'm as black as Meghan Markle. I just did another DNA test, and I am 13% African. Isn't that cool? Anyway, yeah, that's not privilege. That's just bad parenting. So you're telling me your parents raised you racist? Until
I was about 14, 15. Even then, after that, my public school education was in a very conservative, right-wing, Western Christianity community and family. And a lot of people...
She's about to blame her racism on this, and this is why people get pissed.
People in the country were raised like this. I was taught since a very young age that being gay, you would go to hell if you were gay. I was taught that Islam was one of the most dangerous things in the world. Even to this day, I actually don't know much about science, about the origin of the world, because I was taught creationism throughout my whole upbringing.
Is this weird to anybody else? Just sitting there with a blanket talking? Okay.
Taught that the whole all lives matter thing. I didn't have access to any...
You were taught about the all lives matter thing? The all lives matter things last 2 years. So you're telling me you're taught when you're 14 all lives matter against the BLM movement? No. All Lives Matter is an answer to BLM, right? BLM says Black Lives Matter. Then there's this countercultural thing that says All Lives Matter. So you weren't taught the All Lives Matter thing because that was literally it's literally after you won The Bachelor. So don't say that. That's dumb.
Any other information. I remember me and one of my Asian friends as a child, we thought it was okay to call her Ching Chong.
Maybe you should have just kept that one to yourself.
We didn't know any better. We literally didn't know any better. I didn't have access to any other information in my first 18 years of life.
Bullshit. bullshit.
Virtually. I'm saying this like, oh, feel bad for me. Not at all. A lot of people have a similar upbringing. This is sort of a message for the younger generation who has a wealth of information. And
she's like 25 or something. You tell me you didn't. She had the internet most of her life. She's a bullshit liar.
Education at their fingertips, which I think is wonderful. I think my point is just everyone has done something problematic or will do something problematic. It's not about avoiding that at all costs. It's about how you address it. And
so you addressed it by giving some of your 10% to a camp for Native ladies. That's okay.
Just in my opinion, with what I've thought through, just with any mistake, whenever you've wronged someone, I think that what you have to do is admit you've done something wrong. Take accountability when others hold you accountable. Explain why what you did is applicable to people.
Boring.
After that, once someone's done any obligation, educate and take action. That's just the point. Like, damn. I'm sure you're. Oh, by the way, if this got misconstrued, that.
Oh yeah.
Again.
Whoops. By the way, if you guys misconstrued this because I'm dumb at communicating, here's my clarification.
I totally up. My bad. This is not in direct response to like me getting called out about that specific image that I apologized for last night.
Oh, this is just a coincidence that you're saying this whole rant? Just a coincidence? Oh, okay. I totally believe you. I don't believe you. You're lying.
Like, that's not what I was talking about. I want to make that very clear.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
All night, I've just been spiraling and thinking about the f***ed up shit that I've done and the f***ed up shit that...
So how much shit have you done, Lee? Well, we're going to get into it in a minute. We're going to get into that.
Other people do.
Okay.
Also, grace and compassion is...
But also, for the people in my DMs saying no to cancel culture, grace and compassion are just bullshit, peace, love, and light. Sentiments without accountability.
Just kind of shit, peace, light, and love without excuses.
Oh my God, I can't even listen to her anymore. Anyway, that's not even it. So I start going down her Instagram thing. She has 754,000 followers because she was on Bachelor, which we're going to get into in a minute. And I'm like, you know what? Not a big deal, blah, blah, blah. And then I see this. And I actually asked my wife, I'm like, I'm going to talk about this. And she's like, no, you're not. I'm like, I'm going to talk about it. And then I talked to my mods who are all women and I trust them and they're really nice. I said, if I talk about breastfeeding, am I going to get ratioed? And they're like, probably. And my wife says I will. But hear me out for a second, okay? Do I think public breastfeeding is okay? Yes. Nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. You got to feed your kid. Remember that story I told you about the mall and that lady who had her boob out while she handed her baby to her husband, her boob was still out to switch the other boob out, and a lady walked by and the lady shamed her. I didn't shame her. I was just like, they're boobs, right? And because everybody's like, why do you sexualize boobs? Why do men sexualize boobs? Because we do. It's literally inherent. It's why we like boobs. Anyway, so I don't think there's anything wrong with breastfeeding. I think it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I think it's beautiful. It's important. Something that a mother should do if you can. If you can't, she should also not be shamed for it. My wife breastfed both our kids, or bottle fed Everly and breastfed Westy. I don't know what it was, but it's a thing that's important. Okay, and I get it where people are like, raise awareness for things, right? We know that babies are breastfed because the internet is full of all of these mommy vloggers who literally put pictures of them breastfeeding. All I'm saying is, do you need to? And is it just because it's a cultural thing? Is it something you're celebrating because it's beautiful? Maybe. But at the same time, do you need this many? Like, I get it. Your boobs are out. But I also have to draw attention to and that's not even it. That's just one post with 10 pictures on it. There's a bunch more, like this tits out one. There's a bunch more, and she's happy with her body. Her kid is naked in this one. I'm not even gonna press it, just so you guys are aware. And we know how we hate that. Putting naked kids on Instagram, stupid. Here's the problem I have with like putting multiples and multiples and multiples of like she's even calling them tits. So it's not like she's like, I'm breastfeeding. It's a beautiful adventure. It's tits out. Right? She's acting vulgar towards it. The issue with this is the more you put out like this type of personal stuff, okay, and nude kids on the internet and their lives are shared with everybody, is that they're going to get older someday, everybody. Do you really think I want a picture of me sucking on my mom's breast when I'm feeding out to the rest of the world? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't really care, but some people might care. Okay? Just saying some people might care. So I go down her little thing, and obviously there's just boobs. It's just she's a breastfeeding mama, and she feeds her. I guess one of them is like, first of all, one of these kids like 4 or something. They're old. So, I mean, again, not shaming. I just think that some people think that's a little odd. And I'm not going to say it's odd or not. I'm just going to say some people would say that it is odd. So that isn't even a big deal. That's like, it is. It's one thing that I was drawn to, but we have to, the reason I'm saying that is because we have to acknowledge that there exists a sect of men on the internet who this is a kink for them, right? This is something that they love, and they'll download these photos and they'll probably share them around. And it's not that it's her fault for putting it there, but they know who's watching this shit, okay? And women are and men are. So that's it. I just want to say that. I just want to say it's a beautiful thing. Do it. I think you should be able to do it anywhere you want. No shame. But do you need 400 pictures of your feet with your boobs out, with your kids on them? I don't think so. I think it's excessive. So then I start going down the Twitter thing, and then someone sends me, I don't know what to show you first, because it's crazy. She's got a podcast called The Chatty Broads. Okay. It's got 60,000 followers, which is quite a lot for a podcast. They probably because she's on The Bachelor, so she's part of that community of Bachelor, and there's a Reddit thread about her, and I guess Tuesdays they do Bachelor recap and they watch it, and she was a pretty popular person on Bachelor. But so what we have to do is someone sent me this little audio clip of her on her podcast, and this was like,
I felt uncomfortable even if she was in a safe place, like even with a monitor. I was like, I had this like primal. Is primal the right word? Maybe not. I think so. I had this sense that I needed her close to me at all times. Mm-hmm. And I really could not get out of my head otherwise if we were having sex. I just, my head would start, what is she doing? Like, is something going to happen? Like, is she upset? Does she need me? I feel guilty.
So she's a co-sleeping, obviously. She has this baby with her 24 hours a day. Like, first of all, not normal either. But parent how you're going to parent. But I feel like there's ways to do things. You should likely let your kid not be attached to you 24 hours a day. Just saying, for your own mental health, it's probably better.
Because I'm putting myself before her right now, and I needed her in the room with me the first 2 months. I really did. Yeah. And I think we talked about on the podcast the first time that we had sex, she was literally nursing on my boob while we were having sex, and you know what? It ended up being a great experience room.
I don't have the rest of the clip. That's when shit was like, what? I showed my wife that, and even she was like, what? Guys, not acceptable. I'm sorry. If your baby has to be in your room for the first 2 months, I get it. Put a bassinet next to your bed, put the baby in, do your thing. Because the baby doesn't know. But if you're literally at the same time breastfeeding and your husband is pegging you, that is disgusting. I am sorry. Am I the only one who thinks that's weird? Like, I know some people might have done it because out of necessity, they have to, like, maybe if the kid's in the room or whatever the case may be. It's different than, I think, nursing a baby while having sex. To me, unfreaking believable. And so she's one of these definitely, crunchy granola moms for sure, right? She probably, whatever. She apparently, I know she loves to smoke weed too. Like, weed's her thing. So that was what really initially got my attention. I'm like, excuse me? Someone wrote this tweet that said, I've been breastfeeding for 4 years straight and have never done this. She is sick. If you want to know your baby is safe, put them in a bassinet near you. You do not need them latched to your breast to know they're safe during sex. That is involving a child in a sex act. I agree with that. And as a husband, this guy, her husband, really? You literally had sex while your baby was nursing with the mother. I can't believe this. So we're into this weird world of Acacia Kirsty and all these weird ass effing weird moms that are likely the ones that are on these Facebook mommy groups who are crazy AF. I need to get in there and start figuring it out. I need to get into some of those groups and just spy. So, and I'm like, okay, that's gross. And even my wife agreed with me that that's pretty gross, right? So that's not even it though. Okay, there was another story that popped up. The Bachelor's Bekah Martinez is doubling down on letting daughter teeth on her vibrator. Yep. All right. I'm all for do the things you want as a woman. I love it, right? I'm into that. Get the stuff you need, but just don't let your kids teeth on a vibrator. Can we agree that that's just a little weird? Right? So former Bachelor contestant Bekah Martinez is the latest mom this week to be shamed by internet trolls. Trolls, you see. First, Jessie James Decker gets shamed for walking in underwear around her kids, and now this. I walk around my kids in my underwear all the time. I go to bed in my underwear. On Martina's Chatty Broads with Bekah and Jess's podcast, she recalled a time when her 1-year-old daughter, Ruth, found her vibrator and started biting on it like a teether. Of course, people swiftly came after her on a Reddit thread, which seems to have been taken down. That's when the TV personality posted a video to her Instagram story addressing their parenting concerns. Ruth found the teether in her bottom drawer. Can we say it's not a teether? It's not a teether. It's a vibrator. It's not a teether. Okay. Martina says, and she let her teeth on it and continued to let her teeth on it because it made her feel better. I mean, it's not like she gave it to her and said, here's your teething toy. She wanted to explain that it's an old, clean vibrator. Basically, mind your own business because it's not like it wasn't a sanitized item. In our house, female pleasure is something that will be talked about, and we can talk about vibrators and sex toys. It's not that big of an effing deal, she says. Get a life. You know, I get that. I'm with you on that. Talk about female and male with your kids. Be open with that stuff. It's really important. It's a baby, dumbass, who's teething. That's stupid excuse, and you're stupid. You're dumb. That's dumb. Don't let your kid chew on your vibrator. Please? I can't believe I've said that on my channel. I've literally said the words, don't let your kids teeth on your vibrator. Wow. We have entered a new phase of stupidity. Amazing. She told the shamers that, apparently. Then she wrote this, I need to get this off my chest. Some good moms feel like they never do enough. Some good moms worry they could be more present for their child. Some good moms cry at least once a week because they feel like they're not treasuring every moment. Some good moms lie awake at night wondering if they're going to traumatize their children the same way their parents did. Some good moms just don't feel like good moms. I am one of those good moms, and I'm here to say we all have moments of being a not so good mom. That's inevitable. What matters is we have grace for ourselves, grace for those around us. Blah, blah, blah. She's basically saying, my kid teethes on a vibrator, I'm not a bad mom. I'm sorry. If you let your kid teethe on a vibrator, you're gross and you're a bad mom. You're banned from being mom. Finally, she posted a photo on Instagram with a caption that every mom can relate to. I don't need to know who this, but you're a good mom. Blah, blah, blah. They always do this. So it's empowerment. Like she doubles down and says, no, it's all good. No. That thing has been on your lady bits. I don't care if it's clean. That's just absolutely disgusting as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so she does that. And then I'm like, who really is this person? Right? So I'm like going in this weird roundabout way of discovering who Bekah Martinez is, okay? And then she's like, oh, she was a contestant on The Bachelor. And I'm like, I've never seen a Bachelor, but let's do this. So we're gonna go to her intro video of who she was. This is when you're on The Bachelor, they do this intro video introducing to Bekah, right? So let's go through it. This is 2 minutes.
Bobo, what is that? A camera?
I don't like her.
I'm Bekah, and I live in Los Angeles.
Tell me what you think about Ari.
I'm a nanny to a 15-month-old baby. The most rewarding part about being a nanny is feeling like you're actually helping a kid develop into the person that they're going to be in the future. I'm like a mix of gentle and nurturing.
And letting your kid teethe on a vibrator? No.
Punctuated by moments of excitement and adrenaline. I know that Ari's a former race car driver, which is like, okay, good sign.
Who's Ari? Is this the guy that they're going to vie for his affection, that he's going to propose to them or something like that? The Bachelor is basically a bunch of dirts. I'm going to say dirts. I'm sorry. The concept alone makes me angry, but I want to watch it. I'm not going to kid you. Because I want to see that it's like watching a train wreck. That's why you watch this shit. These people are dumb.
I'm a very adventurous, spontaneous person. I'm excited to see how we click and if we're going to hit it off.
And I think she's like really young here, like 19 or something, right? Or something. She looks super young.
I'm like excited to possibly fall in love.
You're not going to fall in love on a reality TV show with the guy that you're all trying to fall in love with. It's really weird. Imagine this. This is why I don't like The Bachelor. I think The Bachelor is stupid, if I'm right about what the concept is. There are 20 women, and he literally is dating 20 women at the same time. And you're all vying for his affection. How is that not patriarchy, for one? How is that not like the grossest thing you've ever seen? Like, how is that not like super degrading to every woman that goes on that show? Call me old-fashioned, but I think call me a feminist, but I think that's a stupid concept for a show. Okay, this guy gets to, does he sleep with them? Probably. Does he make out with them? Probably. Does he like, it's weird and it shouldn't exist, just like 16 and pregnant.
Really ready for whatever this journey's gonna bring.
Not to shame anybody who watches it, because I know a lot of you love it, but maybe I need to just snark on it. Is this Ari?
Oh, nice.
What is going on?
Oh, here's the other bitches who are vying for Ari's love. They're hot. Not gonna Imagine being the guy that gets to go on the show and like he literally has his choice of 20 gorgeous women, and likely the marriage is gonna fail and he becomes famous because show, and then he can go into the world and get even more women. This show, I want to be on it.
I love it.
Bitch, who the hell can pull that off?
Hi,
Hi.
Nanny, Los Angeles.
I'm Becca.
Nice to meet you.
She doesn't drive that shit.
Nice to meet you too.
How are you?
Wonderful. So, I may be young, but I can still appreciate something classic.
Oh, I love it. That's good.
Who watches this shit? Who's watching this and being like, so good, the intro. Ew. Like, ugh. Do I need to start watching this?
It's great to meet you.
Ari? This guy, I don't like him. I don't like this Ari guy. I don't like his hair, his full head of beautiful hair. I don't like that. His fake weird laugh. I don't like that either.
It's good to meet you too.
Well, I'm excited to talk to you more.
Yeah.
We'll see you inside.
All right. Very nice to meet you.
Me too. I
Hugging strangers.
know very little about Ari, but I was very pleasantly surprised. He has like an energy about him that makes you feel very special.
You met him for 10 seconds, lady. 10 seconds. He didn't like you.
So beautiful.
Oh, maybe he did.
Really excited to talk to him more. I'm feeling it.
Interesting.
You're feeling it because you're on a reality TV show where your job is literally to try to get this guy to marry you.
That's a good entrance to make.
Damn, that was a sexy entrance and a
Yeah, Tia. Entrance. Wiener. She's from Wiener.
sexy car, and I walked out with a little wiener.
Let me pull up my 65 Mustang. Right.
They're jelly.
No, he's not burning that rubber.
It was a really good.
That cherry red looks better on your lipstick.
Who? I have to watch the show now. I have to watch The Bachelor and snark on it. Okay, so there's that video. Then there's this one. I just downloaded a couple random ones. I'm sure they're dumb. So Tia warns off Bekah M. Whatever that means. It's 5 minutes.
You still have doubts about like being ready for all of this?
I've honestly been struggling with that. It's like, I know I have at times been like, I want to go home. Like,
Oh, great. Here we go, Jess fam.
honestly, it's like, I can't help feeling that like right now. It doesn't have anything to do with my
stop.
relationship with Ari, but it's like, I would love right now.
If I'm Ari and I'm hearing this, I'm like, no. Like, no. Like, I'm like, no. Like, Ari. Like, I'm like, no. Like, Ari. None. Are any of these women like Ari? I feel like run for the hills.
Although this is so beautiful and I'm loving being in Italy, like I want to be in
They're in Italy.
my house with my family and my friends.
Bekah M, she's a great girl, and like she's very smart and intelligent. She's great to be around, but we also know that she's 22.
Oh, she's youngin'.
And I feel like she has a lack of seriousness in this situation. You know, this is
Does she have it? Okay.
something I do take very seriously, and to feel like she doesn't kind of worries me.
Let me stop you there, weirdo. You're on The Bachelor. You're taking what seriously? Meeting a guy for 5 days and marrying him? You're dumb. You're literally fighting with 20 other women for the affections of one guy. You're like setting back women's rights like 150 years. Why does this show exist? Am I just being weird about this? Am I wrong? I take this seriously for my career. Okay, nice sweater, Ari.
How beautiful this is.
I know, it's so beautiful. I feel like it is my duty almost just to let him know how I'm feeling.
Oh, because I feel like this, these women, this must get good. Like when you see the women get all catty. So she's going to let him know that Bekah is not taking it seriously. She wants to go home so she can get the man. Right? I think that he might end up with her. Oh, sorry.
I'm looking out for Ari and trying to protect his heart
You don't give a shit.
and all of this.
I don't know how to say this, but I'm just about to throw this other girl under the bus. How do I do this? I know it's against Bekah, but I don't like her either.
Like, I feel like I have a lot to say. And it's like,
Okay, she's trying to talk, bro. Get real.
me out.
I don't like this guy. Like, don't do your hair like that. 2003 called. They want their haircut back.
I don't like feeling like I'm petty or talking about people.
But I'm about to be petty and talk about people.
But your heart is on the line here.
Do you guys watch this? If you watch this, why?
And like, this is.
Okay, I know what's going on. She's going to tell him no.
I feel like a big sister or like.
I don't want to watch this.
Sis here.
So
She basically told Ari that she questions if I'm ready for marriage and ready for this, like everyone else is here.
You're 22. Here's the grossest part of the show. It's like he breaks up with her, but he goes and makes out with her. Then he goes and makes out with the other girl. Who else thinks this is the stupidest shit ever? The weirdest, grossest stuff. Why do you people watch this shit? That to me is nasty. Ew.
Breathe.
So this, I mean, he's... Okay.
Just relax.
I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here if I didn't care about Ari at this point.
These people are here because they want to be in the spotlight. They're narcissists. They love the spotlight. They're not trying to marry some dude they don't even know. They're trying to launch a career like she did on Instagram. 735,000 followers. She's got a popular podcast. This is what they go on the show for. The longer they last, the more clout and fame they get. It's not about marrying. It's stupid. I think this is the cringy date where they're in the car the first night or something. I was like, I have to watch this.
So you said you're young, but you like classics.
No. I said I can still appreciate something classic.
Is this what people... I mean, again, married for like 14 years or something. I don't know how long I've been married. I don't know what it'd be like to get into this world. This guy seems a little bit older. He's got gray hair. But like, she's putting out a weird vibe.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Okay.
What are 3 things that make you excited to be alive?
3 things.
Simple. Just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Why don't you let him answer?
Excitement.
Excitement? Who is this guy? I don't like him.
You know, I'm racing.
Excitement makes you excited to be alive?
I mean, yeah, like adrenaline,
Yeah.
I guess, you know?
Adrenaline.
Race car driver. So
I'm a
I
rock
like,
climber, so I get it.
I'd say the other thing would just be like
Is she going to one-up him every time?
pizza. Good food, good company, you know what I mean?
This guy is... Sure, he's good looking. He probably has a ton of money. This is not someone... Like, no.
Those are like daily.
He's not funny. Why don't they get a comedian on here? A fat, funny guy who's semi-good looking to come on here. Those are the guys that, like, are the ones. They always get a good-looking dude, tons of money, whatever the case may be, but they're never funny. They have no personality. They've lived their life this whole way because they're good looking, and they didn't need to learn how to be like me. I had to be funny, or I was getting nothing. Just saying, why don't they get like a normal dude on these shows?
Things that like you just need. You know what I mean?
No.
What about you?
I really like
There's only two kinds.
mountains. So like when you're driving the mountains and you
Yeah.
roll down your window
How much lip shit is on your lips?
and it like smells like pine trees.
Yeah.
That feeling when you like somebody but you're not sure yet if they like you back or not.
You like that? That's weird.
Yeah.
And you're like so unsure of yourself and doubting everything you say to them. Yeah, that. This.
Yeah. This is pretty cool.
He's got his hand on her. It's just...
You're the back of like a 65 Mustang with this really cute guy
Ugh.
who I just met.
And I'm thinking a lot of the
How old is this guy?
things they're thinking.
He's in his 40s, late 30s, and she's 22? No.
Person next to me like me.
Okay, next. So we're going down this little path of Bekah Martinez because it's the reason I'm doing a video on her is because it's not just about family vlogging moms, right? 'Cause what we do here is important, right? It's about parenting in general. I've yet to see a dad who has there's a bunch of dads out there that are bad, like fathering autism and all that stuff. So I lied. But you know what? These people come on the internet and they like are influencing other parents. She did the same kind of thing Jess Fam did. She said that her daughter was a mistake. They live really weird. It's just weird. A few things I don't like. The vibrator thing really got to me. It really, really, really pissed me off. And then the sex while breastfeeding, to me, just like, it's icky. And other people are following that and thinking that's kind of okay. It's not okay. It's weird. But that's why we're doing this video about Bekah. She's gross and weird. But we are going to go down the Acacia Kersey line a little bit. I am still talking to Acacia a little bit, trying to get her story, her side of it. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The more I go down that, Tony and Sloan did a video about her, the more I go down this idea and people keep sending me things, the worse this shit gets. It is crazy. But she did put in a post saying she was going to stop putting her kids on the internet. And I thought that's a win, right? That's a win for me. And I always told myself that if I talk about a family vlogger and they take their kids off, that would remove the videos. So why would I come after somebody if they decide that they're going to take their kids off? But everybody is telling me that she's lying, that she's done this before, and that she'll just go right back to it. And so we're seeing. I'm figuring it all out. But I wanted to get this one off my chest today because it really bothered me. Just some weird stuff that people on the internet do for attention that you shouldn't do. And don't double down. When you've done something stupid, don't double down on it. Why did you tell anybody anyway that you let your kid teeth on your vibrator? Like, who tells people shit like that? Again, the whole idea of these moms, these weird moms who put all this shit on the internet, is that your kid is going to grow up someday. They are going to have this on the internet forever. Their friends are going to hear about it. It is weird. Can we be normal for our kids, please? Is that okay? Can we think of our kids' futures more than our own current, like, status? No, I feel like a lot of these family vlogging moms and all these people who do this crazy stuff, Shannon Rose and Lena the Plug and all these people, are all for the now moment, and they're not seeing what's going to happen to their kids down the road. When you don't live kind of like, look, any kid can be screwed up by parents. We all know that, right? I was abandoned. I was abused and all that stuff, and it kind of messed me up a lot. But what I'm saying, anybody can come out from, a bad childhood, right? But when you are put in a public sphere with your parents, forced by your parents, and you do things like PORN, okay, do things like this and tell the world about all that stuff, down the road, these kids are just gonna, like, it's so weird, the things that they're gonna have to deal with that they normally wouldn't have, that normal kids don't have to deal with this kind of stuff. The attention that they're gonna get because of the attention that you craved when they were young. Okay, teachers are gonna see that shit. Potential husbands, potential boyfriends and girlfriends are gonna see that shit. Teachers, potential employers are gonna see this stuff. Not like they can, an employer's going to see this and like, oh, you're breastfeeding at 4. I'm not going to hire you. It's not the case. The case is that your shit's out for the world to see. And that's the problem. And that's what bugs me about this whole culture of mommy vlogging and all this kind of stuff, is that they make money on it, right? They make tons of money on it. Yeah, right? So tomorrow, just saying, Bits of Bish has a friggin' video. She's coming out tomorrow too. She's saying, oh, why we're moving back to Ohio, guys. It's clickbait. Everybody's sending me this thumbnail. She's got it 18 hours in advance. She's trying to drum up like super interest for it. It's clickbait. Don't watch it. Come over here to watch it. Don't give her the view. I'll watch it for you. We'll watch it together on my channel. Don't give her the view. That's what she wants. It's clickbait. We already knew she was going back to Ohio for the summer. She's not moving back to Ohio. It's clickbait. And if it's not, I will give someone this $20, even though it's a gift to me. Okay, if they are moving back to Ohio, I don't have to eat lotion, which is nice, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I don't believe it. This lady's weird. I don't like her. Take a deep breath. Gorgeous dress. Okay, amazing. You guys look incredible today. Sundress is out. Okay, go get the looks from the dudes at the mall and shit. Like, whoa, sundress season? Yeah, and you look incredible. You're beautiful, gorgeous, glowing, vibrant, and valuable. And I hope you have an incredible day. I will see you tomorrow. It's going to be a busy week. We got lots of shit to talk about this week. I'm very excited. I've got some mica tea, but I'm just waiting to see how I can tell you. Wow. Okay? So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave you hanging with that. It's crazy. I'll see you tomorrow.